The Economist.
Japan's economy remains the world's second largest, but it's ageing, indebted, and slow. In the 1980s, led by its car makers, Japan stole a march on the world and amassed a large current account surplus, which alarmed other rich nations, especially slow-growing America. In 1985, finance ministers from the world's 5 biggest economies signed an accord at the Plaza Hotel in New York. Japan agreed to strengthen its currency to promote imports and rebalance the world economy. Similar demands are being made today of China. The yen rose and the current account surplus declined. But as the dollar slid, Japan reversed course and cut interest rates. The Japanese invested like mad at home, and asset prices soared. The Japanese also went on a spending spree in America. You might remember that they bought the Rockefeller Center. All bubbles burst, this one in the early 1990s. What followed is called Japan's lost decade. Japan began exporting its way out of trouble in this century's first decade. Americans with easy access to cheap credit bought flat-screen TVs, Lexus cars, and other luxury goods. Japan's savings rose, but it was the large exporting corporations that saved, not households. The household savings rate fell, in fact, from around 10% per year in the 1990s to 2.2% in 2007, but even this failed to boost domestic spending. During the 5 years of fast growth between 2002 and 2007, wages stagnated. As far as the average household was concerned, the spurt might never have happened. Investment rose too, but not as fast as the export companies were generating profits. That meant the country continued to spend less than it earned, and its current account surplus once again ballooned. Although things have changed since the crisis, of course. During the boom, companies focused on the domestic market did not do as well. This highlights another gap in Japan's economy. Large firms tend to manufacture goods for export, and have been more profitable than small firms, which remain weighed down by regulation and debt from the lost decade. And this gap is now increasing. So where does Japan go from here? In its reliance on exports and its heavy regulation of the service sector, Japan's economy resembles a developing country's. It needs to deregulate its service industries and stoke domestic demand. But with elections looming, there is little talk of rebalancing. The old, slow march seems set to continue.